This is Sonny Lopez from the LA Hitman, and you're watching Pump Tactics on Splat XD. A lot of questions, a lot of emails, a lot of kids hitting us up on the MySpace. They ask us, how we actually hold our pump guns correctly. There's a lot of guys out there, a lot of the pros. You're always hearing how the pros, play with the semi, keep your elbow down, keep yourself as a small profile as possible. But not a lot of people are talking about pump. So I'm going to go over this real quick. With the pump gun, of course, you're coming out with your right hand. Obviously, you want to keep your elbow down. At this point, everybody should know that. But we see guys out there with chicken winging it all crazy style. Keep that elbow down. Keep that profile as small as possible. When you're coming out, you want to be, just like anybody else says, the smallest target possible. You want to do it as quick as possible. Some guys kind of do the Russian Legion style where they bring their hopper out and just roll out and come back in. Everybody, just do what works for you. Some guys are going to do that a little bit easier than just snapping out real quick. Some guys are going to do the other way a little bit easier. So just find out what works for you. But in generally for LA Hitman, we snap out, we come right back. Another big thing, and this is taking a page from Rich Telford actually, from Excessive, is when you come back into your bunker, don't come back in all the way into your bunker. Just come back as much as you need to be. Because if you come back in way too far, that's all the more distance you're going to have to come back out. So when we're playing a bunker and you see this angle that you have to be, when you're coming out, you only want to come out just enough to shoot the guy and come back. So that's just enough to get a ball by and come back. But from the back side, you don't want to bring your barrel all the way over here. So when your barrel's coming out of the corner right here, a lot of guys come back into a bunker and they come all the way back over here. You don't need to be all the way back over here. When you're coming out, you're shooting from there, all you need to do is come right back here. Just that safe zone. So that's less work, less effort to go back and forth, That's a real simple one. Another one, everybody should know this by now. You guys are reading Splat XD, so at least you guys know something going on in paintball. You got to switch your hands. You got to come out left-handed. Us old school guys, we got a little bit harder for us to do it because we all played right-handed or we played dominant hand for so many years. But no matter what, whether you're 1 year into your career, 5 years, 10 years, switch your hands. You got to switch your hands, okay? It looks kind of funny these days coming out right-handed out of the left side of the bunker, and with a pump, it's even that much harder. So you switch your hand, you get it up there, you get the job done, try to wrap on somebody, get a ball on them. Again, you're using a pump gun, so during the week, try some snap shooting drills where you set a target up, and don't set up a target like the kind you get from Turner's, it's a big, huge silhouette. A target should be a loader. A target should be your first paintball mask you ever had, not the paintball mask you're wearing today. Go set that target up about, 20, 30 feet away and practice snapping out on it. Don't just practice shooting it, standing there, practice snapping it. So you have to try to do the stance, you keep your elbow down, you come out, fire. Consciously see how far you're coming back into the bunker, because you really only want to be just in that little safe zone so you can come back out and get that guy. Again, we use snipers. It's a little bit different for the Phantom guns if they don't have a big loader here, because they don't have to worry about having this target. But that target should remain as small as possible. Your head doesn't need to be out there, looking for a ball to smack you in the head. Be small and practice with yourself. That sounds funny, sorry. One idea, I learned this from Eric Felix a long time ago, is you can even sit at home and look into a mirror. And if you look into a mirror snapping at yourself, you can see how much your arm is way out here, how much your arm is just completely exposed. You want to bring it all the way in as much as possible. And if you're looking at a mirror, when you come out in the mirror, you see yourself. You see exactly what it is. You get a little muscle memory, get a little core strength, and the more you do it, the easier it's going to be to do that motion. Again, this is a little pump play. You're watching the Pump Tactics from Splat XD. This is Sonny Lopez, and I'll see you next time. You're watching Pump Tactics with Splat XD. Right now I'm going to show you, a lot of you guys don't think this is an issue, but it really is, pumping all the way back and all the way forward. A lot of guys, the first time they get a pump gun, they break a couple balls. They say, oh, this pump gun sucks, I'm not into it, give me my shocker back. What it is user error. You suck. We're going to teach you how to do this right. All the way back, all the way forward. It's just like first time you played paintball, some guys told you how to do this. You put the air tank all the way in, you put the loaders in, you got to close your lid. Standard operating procedure, guys. Any pump gun, sniper, Phantom, all you got to do is you put it all the way back, all the way forward, and fire it. All the way back, all the way forward, fire it. Now some guns, some paintball guns, they have auto trigger. So some of the guys like to just hold down the trigger, go all the way back, forward, fire, 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 fire. Actually on the LA Hitman, none of us use auto triggers. It's just one of our quirky rules that we got. We're not into that. We really want the guys to place that shot, to challenge themselves. So on the LA Hitman, when you're coming out, you pump it, fire. Pump it, fire. Now, when you're really getting into it with somebody, you can stay on the outside and you can pump and fire all you want. But the idea is it's all the way back and all the way forward. If you go halfway back, you're going to potentially load half the ball, okay? If you go halfway back, you're going to potentially not even engage the hammer to even fire the gun. So what sometimes will happen is if you go all the way back, but not enough to cock it, right now I just cocked it, you go forward, then you do it again, now you're going to have 2 balls in the barrel. Okay? You don't want that. The balls may break in the barrel, or both balls may fly and hit the guy twice and you're just lucky for the day. But either way, the correct way to pump a gun, the correct form for this is all the way back forward, all the way back forward, all the way back forward. And you can hear it. So keep that idea in mind. You guys got to check out pump sometime. If you haven't checked out the pump guns yet, pick up a pump gun. If your friend already plays pump, have him with you. Maybe go in the shooting range, shoot the gun a couple times so you feel comfortable before you actually get in a firefight with somebody. But all you really got to remember is all the way back, all the way forward, fire, all the way back, all the way forward, fire. You're not going to break it. You can do it hard, forward. Real simple, guys. Try it out, send us an email, let us know if you like it, let us know if that helped. Again, this is Sonny Lopez, LA Hitman. You're watching Splat XD. See you next time. You're watching Pump Tactics with Splat XD. Today I'm going to talk about some fan emails I get. They're kind of similar questions, but one of these emails really stuck out. They were asking me, I saw you had a scenario. Some of your guys had pump guns, some of your guys had semis. And basically the question was like, how do you decide, who gets what? What gun is it? Certain players are always using what gun, or just basically, how do you make that decision as a captain, as an owner? And what it is it really depends on what the role is going to be. In a scenario, in a walk-on game, in a big game, different guys have to do different things. So my pump guys, they're not going to be a sniper and just hide in the back and lay down and just shoot one ball down a trail the whole time. They're actually going to get up in the mix, but they get up in the mix sneaky style. When I say sneaky style, I mean they're crawling up to people's positions. They're crawling up on the flanks. They're exposing themselves to get those key kills, and then they keep moving. Get those key kills and keep moving. So they're not bringing attention to themselves. They're getting those kills, and they're making sure they're getting the job done. The semi-auto guys, they got a little different role. Semi-auto guys, they got 14 pods on their backs, kind of an old school way of thought, maybe 2 air systems, and they're out there hosing people down. They're out there bringing attention to themselves. They're communicating, they're letting everybody know what's going on. But either way, they're getting kills, they're bringing attention to themselves, and they're absolutely making the firefights happen, and they're creating the firefights. And the more attention they bring themselves, the louder they are yelling, the louder they are with they're shooting their guns, ramping, or whatever it may be. It allows the pump guys to do their sneaky. They move up, they take little berms one at a time, they take trees, take bushes, and they keep moving. And sometimes when they really are lucky or they really have a good day, they get behind the other guys. So in reality, with the guys with the pump guns out there, watch out for them because you may miss them. They may get behind you before they expose themselves. They may start taking out all your people and behind your front lines and then move forward. And then the idea is to sandwich that front line. The front line is completely focused on the semi-autos, completely focused on a tank or some clowns walking down a trail, which we work with the clowns a lot using these types of tactics, and they have no idea a guy with the pump gun is behind him. And a lot of times, we're not talking about the guys in the ghillie suits. They have a different role. They're playing paintball their way, and there's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of times, the guy with the pump gun, he could be wearing pretty much anything else. He's not wearing bright colors to really bring attention to himself, but he will get out there and get the job done, whether it's in a full clip tactical jacket or it's a jersey. It doesn't really matter. If he's playing with a pump gun, he has that mentality to get the kills, keep moving, get the job done. So I hope that answered the question. The idea is, what your role is going to be, what your commander, your leader, your captain, whatever you want to call them, what they want you to do, and what you need to get done in that game. And if everybody does what they're supposed to do in the game, you will win that game. Simple as that. Again, this is Sonny Lopez from LA Hitman. You're checking out Pump Tactics on Splat XD. See you next time. This is Pump Tactics from Splat XD. I'm here to tell you why you should be looking at a paintball gun or why you should consider playing with a paintball gun. First off, paintball guns, you're shooting less paint. A lot of guys like to go out there and hose with the semi-autos. I love it too, but in all reality, if you want to work on your snapshot, if you want to become a better player, or if you just want to use maybe half a case of paint for a day of play, you might want to check out a pump gun. It's one shot, one kill, and when you shoot a guy with a semi-auto with a pump gun, it's that much of a better feeling, that satisfaction, you're not going to forget. And then usually that guy will come up to you in the parking lot and say, hey buddy, nice shot. You shot me with one ball, very cool, very cool. You might even motivate him to play a little pump. You might motivate him to get into some pump play. So there's a lot of good reasons to play with the pump. For myself and my team, we actually play in pump leagues. We like to play in the OSC series. It's oscseries.com. They have them all around the country now. They do them in St. Louis, they do them in Tennessee now. Quite a few of them are in California and even Hawaii. But it's a great group of people. There's no wiping, there's no playing on. Everybody's just there to have a good time. Win or lose, everybody walks off with a smile. Everybody high fives each other. So it's just a lot of fun, simple as that. In a lot of pump play, you use a lot less rounds than normal. So when you're going out there, you don't have to buy 2-3 cases of paint for a day's play. You're only buying, maybe half a case, or you split that half a case with your girl or with your best friend, and you go out there and have a good time. And you come home with pretty much the same amount of kills you would as with the semi-auto. You're just using a lot less paint, and you're actually challenging yourself to do that. Ourselves with LA Hitman, we actually play in events where other guys are using semi-autos and we're using pumps, or we have a combination of pumps and semis. Actually, this past weekend we got to play in the Woodsball tournament. It's I believe it's called WTL, something like that, but I think it's woodsball.com. woodsballtournament.com, and we played with pump guns, and we only had one electronic semi-auto, one mechanical pump, and we took first place. We had a great time. There was a lot of close games. We didn't roll over everybody, but there was full auto A5s out there, full auto egos, and we had a great time. We shot them with less paint, and those guys know that, hey, nobody was wiping, nobody was messing around. There was some skill on the field that day. So I invite you guys, check out a pump, whether it's a sniper or a Phantom or some of the new pump guns coming out. My personal preference is the sniper-based pump gun. Some guys call them, the old cockers, and you just take off the pneumatics, you make it in a pump. One shot, just like that, real easy. It's nothing but fun. You can find these guns on eBay, you can find these guns at your local pro shop. Just go to your local pro shop sometime, ask them for a sniper, ask them to check out a sniper, find out what pump guns they're using, and see what works for you. With that, we like to use the grill air systems, of course. There's no question about that. We use the velocities, and my personal favorite is the old War Games tactical Caner barrels. They're really hard to find, but a barrel's a barrel. Just find the one you like, find the one, whatever heroes you got in paintball. See what barrels they're rocking, check out the barrels that they're promoting. Again, this is Sonny Lopez, LA Hitman, Splat XD. Check you out next time. We're here at Hollywood Sports. This is Hollywood Sports recreational fields. You'll see a lot of paint. You'll notice a lot of props from actual movies. We love to come here, play one-day scenarios. We love to come here, just mix it up with the walk-ons. We'll get our pump guys on both sides of the teams to even out the teams. Have a great time. They have airball fields here. They have a rock climbing wall, and it's down in Bellflower. Everybody knows Hollywood Sports. If you ever have a chance to come to California, visit Southern California. If you play paintball, you got to check out Hollywood Sports sometime. You haven't played paintball, so you play it here. Check it out, Hollywood Sports sometime. This is Sonny Lopez, LA Hitman. You're checking out Splat XD.